Good morning, everyone. This is Paula back today to do a flip through of the Be Kind journal. Now, this book was made because I was asked by Susan Taylor Brown to be a guest designer for her. Now, you guys have seen me decorate part of this book on a previous video, and I am now done with it and want to get it out there for everyone to see. Okay, so in this book, I used the Eco print in blue and the Eco dyed nature prints, which are yellow and browns. And I also did use some of her other tags and journaling cards, such as, I believe they're Beautiful Bee tags. Yes, that's what it is. Beautiful Bee tags and Beautiful Bee journal cards. So, Susan really likes nature. And if you are the same way, you're really going to love all of her digitals. I'll link her Etsy shop below. And her Etsy shop is Poppiness, and it's a cool name. I don't know what it derives from, but I like the name of it, Susan. So I've been working on this off and on for a couple months, and finally it's done. Now, so I made the journal itself as well as decorated it and designed it. So I'm going to take the tie off. As you can see, there's a little flower here with a Tim Holtz clip. Now I'm going to take that off so it doesn't get tangled in my rag closure. And basically I just stitched some of the fabric that's tea stained together and did it as a closure because I like that raggy look with this book. Now, this cover here, the Be Kind image, the embroidery, I don't remember where I got it, and I'm sorry. I know Gail has used this cover before, so you might check out her Be Kind journal video. Okay, so I know her first name's Carol, I believe, but the rest of it has left me. Okay, so what I did first, I'm going to show you. I tea stained the blue bee fabric and the brown or the white. This was actually like a white background with bees, and they were just outlines of the bees. But I bound the book, and then I went ahead and hand-stitched the fabric over the spine. I actually just slow stitch. And it felt like it needed something else. I tried putting images on there, and I didn't like it. So I just tore a little piece of the fabric and tied it in a bow. And I liked it. What can I say? Hopefully everyone else will too. So basically, yellows and blues are the main colors of this journal. Now, I took the blue fabric on the inside and made pockets on the front and the back. And I took a lot of the ephemera that I've had in my stash that would go along with this book, or journal, I mean, and added those in there as well. And this is one of them. Okay, and then this is one of the journaling cards that has a bunch of bees. I used seam binding for the tag topper, and as you notice, I just did a knot bow here. I love this little yellow paper. I dirtied it up and made it look more tea stained. On the front, I did a library pocket that was really inked dark, and did fabric on the front. I did muslin, and then I did the little blue bee fabric over the top and made a little pocket right here. And I just stitched it all on my machine. Just put a little beehive right inside there. It was just the right size. Use some, here's another one of the rag bows. Use some bee washi, the black and the bees, it's their self, and then did a yellow library pocket. So I like the way that turned out. I thought it looked pretty good. I was happy with it so far. I did use 3 or 4 cardstocks in this book, and this is one of them. And this is another one that I used. And it has little bees flying around also. And this is the Eco Dyed yellow. Here is one of her tags. How cute. And look at, there's the bees. Just, I love all the vegetation. And I had a few little fun just Project Life cards that had bees on them. And I just put tea stain paper in the back and put them in here as little fillers. I think they turned out cute. And on all the pockets, I zigzagged across the top. Look at this. How beautiful. I've had the yellow brown for some time, but I just got the blue, and she does have other colors, so you need to check it out. And yes, it's just stunning. On all my tea stain / coffee stain, I did a wavy stitch along all those pages just to give them a little something. And here's some more of her pages. I also made a flip, so a fabric flip, and I used the 2 different fabrics that I had on the book and zigzagged across the top. Put a little blue rag bow right there. Did some library pages and just put some honeycomb stenciling on any of the honeycomb or music sheets. I mean, dictionary and music sheets. I'm sorry. Okay. Look, the 2 colors just coordinate so well. This is a handkerchief that I covered on a piece of cardstock, and I just stitched it down and glued it down to this cardstock, made a pocket here on this side, and you can just pull out an index card that has some honeycomb stenciled and a bee. It says fly. And then I got this little card here that's on the front of it that is the queen bee. And I just did some faux stitching around the outside of that. Some more stitching on this page. I really love how this turned out. It just happened to, I've had the little bee applique on the front for some time, and I didn't have the right digital to use on it until I looked at the digitals in her shop. Zigzagged across the pockets. This is a tag I made that looks like cork. Tim Holtz stamp. Just added some trim and some seam binding at the top. Added a few buttons. Here's some honeycomb on here. And here on the music sheet. I love this. It's amazing. She just did amazing on her eco dyeing. Now, on this particular one, there's a pocket right here if you want to use it as a pocket. And it actually goes with this pouch on the side. I like to make these pouches out of old book pages. And I'll collage on them. And this one got collaged on with blue. And then zigzag around them. And so I just usually put journaling cards or tags in them. This one is, "You Are My Sweet Honeybee." This is a honeycomb. And then I added this little pocket on top with some of the bee washi. I glued all the washi down so it won't be coming out of the book, that's for sure. And look at this image. Oh my. Susan, you do such a great job. Sorry, I have my pajamas on today. I'm sorry. And they're kind of floating back and forth. So, on this page, we have the bee cardstock and the honeycomb cardstock. It has a little, "Home is where your honey is." And of course, Susan's beautiful journaling cards. The bees. So nice. And I also, when I was making the fabric flip, I made the belly band right here so you can see it better. And I just layered the fabrics and did the same sort of thing I did with the book. And I made a fold over or fold out. I decided to put it in with my, under my belly band, but it says kindness, since, you know, you need to be kind. One of Susan's tags and journaling cards here. I just think they're so pretty. And then you go right under here where the honeycomb cardstock is. And you keep going. It just goes on and on and on. And I didn't tell you that's stitched on as well, the size of the book and stuff, but I will before we finish up here. That is beautiful too. So I made, I did some decoupaging. I had a lot to do, and I know I've done it on video so many times that I decided just to knock it out. And I seriously did a whole tub of decoupaging for upcoming journals and for this one. So this is a time card and that I folded up and added this cute little bee paper on the front and decoupaged this Be Kind napkin. And then just put one of Susan's little tags right in here. And I just love the way it turned out. This book has tons of journaling space. There's the honeycombs, stenciled. And you'll notice that as soon as you get in it, you are going to have room to journal. This is a floating tag or a pocket tag. Either one, you make the little pocket and then has a little pocket right here that holds this. It's got some bee information right here. I use grommets on this, the two top tags. It's a bumblebee there, and then 3 little bees stamped on these little envelopes. And this little pocket here. It's all sewed on nicely, and it's really a cool element for your book or your journal. Why am I calling it a book today? What's my deal? I think I bounce back and forth. Here's a side tuck that has one of her tags. Look, those bees are just loving that honey. And in the blue kit, she has some different shapes, this one. And I just glued this little element of a bumblebee and flower on the front there. It just was some of the little cutouts. Now this is a side tuck also with little bees. And then I just did a little filing card that says Be Kind and put some bee washi. And then you just can do your journaling on the back side on some tea stain paper. Here's the other cardstock that I use. This was in my stash, and I just thought it was wild that it went well. And so it's cardboard that's been torn, and I think I used gesso on it, and then stamped floral images on some muslin and glued that down. It's real simple, but it's just a fun little journaling card. Okay, here's the center of the book. I love the florals along with the bees. This is a brown glassine bag, okay, that I decoupaged on the front. This BU napkin. I zigzagged and made the pocket or the bag smaller, and then I just made a BU tag. And you can journal on the back. I love using bags in my journals. I just like the way it turns out. Now, all of these are just pages to journal, and I'll tell you, there's like 92 pages front and back in this book. And here is a little pocket I made, and I just ruffled up some of the paper and zigzagged through it, divided it in half, and did these rose tags here, added a little button on top, a little flower and bumblebee there. And I like to put them out of the book so you can see the top. You don't have to. You can do those however you like. This is the same same handkerchief that you saw the other pocket with the yellow lace. This is another portion of it. This is the embroidered flower, and I glued it down with some decoupage onto the tag and zigzagged around it, and then you can journal on the back. And I made this journaling card have some seam binding at the top. So you've got tags and journaling cards and paper to journal on. Here's a dictionary page. This is a fold out, okay? And it's just really cool. They're fun to make. You can make them go either direction. You can do them with decorative digital paper or whatever, but they're fun to make. And yeah, I enjoyed that. This is a decoupaged tag that I had. I just added some bumblebees. I just thought they were cute on here. And this says memories on the back. I do put a few prompts in my books just to prompt you to think. Here's a heart from the kit and a bee. And this behind this is also a pocket. Okay. Now, we go on here. Oh, that's so pretty. This is a vintage envelope. Excuse me, I got to take a drink here. I was parched. I was getting where I couldn't talk. Okay, so I decoupaged this a while back. And so I just added a bee and a little label here. It has a stamp. But this is from, it's postmarked. I remember it was December. Oh, April. It wasn't December. It was April. That was a different envelope I used on something. I used, a while back, I did a couple of videos making things out of Tim Holtz little 6x6 squares that you never know what to do with. And this is one of the projects. And I just beat it up a little bit, added one of his wildflowers here. And it says beekeeper right there. And here is some jute that I tied through the top. Now this can be something you tuck into a pocket, or you can actually attach it to your journal. And that's what I did with this one. So I just stamped this little image of a bird right here, made a pocket. And I had this in my stash. And then I just, yeah, put a couple little tags there. And then I just put random paper here at the top that I attached into the little pocket. So I love adding extra paper anywhere I can. Okay, and here we go. This was a whole lot of fun to make. This side tuck here, this little blue circle comes from her kit also. And there's the bumblebee tags. And I noticed that Susan has a lot of new kits in her shop since I picked this kit, or these kits. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. So she has a lot of new things. You need to check it out. I haven't had a chance, but I have seen that she has some new things. And this is just a little envelope right here that I made. Oh no, it came out of the kit. This one came out of the kit. And they're cute little envelopes. And I just put a little journaling card in there. And put a little piece of bee bling on the front. Some honeycomb. And a little bee. So you could put these on the side of your book pages or at the top. It's totally up to you. And I like them on the side. Look at this. Wow. Okay, in this pocket is another thing that was in my stash that I had, this cardboard that I had decoupaged on. And no, this is the khaki, or the craft, whatever you want to call it. Has different little elements and textures there. This is a viewfinder die cut, and I made this be with the napkin as well, and the bee sign or name or title. This is one of my collages that I put on this music sheet, and put some honeycomb there on the side, and made a little bee/butterfly. There's a couple of butterflies in this journal. And here is another one of her tags. Okay. Here in the back is the second pocket. And it has the bees on it and the rag bow. And has another one of my, trying to remember which tag this is. Okay, yeah. And here you'll see the butterflies and the bees. And it says dream. Here's one of Tim Holtz wildflowers. You journal on the back of that. And here are some more bee homes. Find the queen bee right there, I'm sure. And here is the back of the book. This journal will be in my Etsy shop when you are finished viewing the video. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It is 9 inches tall and it's 6 inches wide. Okay. It's got one big signature, but it has a total of 91 or 92 pages front and back, and they're big pages. It's got this soft fabric cover and that I handmade, and the spine, if I had to guess, I guess I'm saying 7/8 or 3/4 or even an inch. It depends on how you look at it. So, Susan, it was an honor to be a designer for you this month. And I hope that you like what I made with your product. So, go on over to Susan's Etsy shop, Poppiness, and pick up the Eco Dyed blue in blue and the Eco Dyed Nature Yellow. And of course, there's much more in her shop that you can see and have fun with. But I say go make a bee book or go to my Etsy shop and pick up this one. All right, guys. Thank you, Susan. And all of you, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. Welcome to the new subscribers. And thank you for all of you who support me. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye now.